Chudak soki chognam la, jangchu bardu dagni kapsuchi, dagi chunyengi pesonam ki, dola penchu sangi ruparshu. Chudak soki chognam la, jangchu bardu dagni kapsuchi, dagi chunyengi pesonam ki, dola penchu sangi ruparshu. Chudak soki chognam la, jangchu bardu dagni kapsuchi, dagi chunyengi pesonam ki, rola penchu sangi drupa sho.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Geshe.
Are you guys hear me? How's the sound? I think you was start Tamchu's mood. Tamchu, can you speak? Yeah, if you don't hear Tamchu. Yeah, anyway, it's wonderful to see you guys. Some people, I can see that some people the face.
Okay.
Okay, now it's better. This was a wonderful thank you for the technology. You know, even we're not able to come together, but we all mentally we all very connection. We very close each other always, right? Physically we don't see each other much. I just saw yesterday Marco is a bicycle here. And a couple of days ago I saw Devra, and I saw yesterday or did we Jackie is walking around. And one day I saw also Margaret, she's a meditation there. The next to Stupa, and I saw also Tamchu and his son yesterday. Like that. But our mentally we all connect each other. We are very close each other. We all same place. Physically we're a little bit far each other. That's okay. Basically, this days, you know, one hand is very difficult situation, difficult time for everyone, not just us. Like 7 billion human beings, all entire world, like same challenge for everyone. Therefore, some people also they have to, you know, physically really hardworking. Like example, I already mentioned yesterday. I give some talk in the Facebook. You know, the leaders, all the country wards, the doctors, the nurses, and you know, all the workers, even the food delivery, you know, the truck drivers, then the police, the army, they're working, they're physically very working hard. Then also mentally for, you know, like a lot of people also have a lot of maybe anxiety and panic. It's not easy. You know, everyone like a day off. One thing is day off, you don't have to go work. Then secondly, maybe also you have a little bit difficult situation to not go and work. Therefore, mentally for everyone have a little bit challenge. Now what we do this time, what we can do? We are not, like by myself, I'm not professional. Therefore, I couldn't do much. Just stay in my room, just pray. You know, also more safe for everyone. If you stay your home, it's possible to you do some pray. If it's possible, you can do some job also. But I think this time all the professional work, you know, the doctors and nurses, they all sending message. I'm working for you. you, working for you, still for me at home. Therefore, everyone just sending messages like that. But then what we do at home, I don't have much to do because I'm tired. People can think that, Now, I'm not, we don't call the retreat that. I'm just trying to like retreat every day, like 10,000 malas. No, not 10,000 malas. 10,000 oman pemos, no malas. Like I do the commandment, like usually also I don't have any problem to the too long time, but also they go to very fast. Basically also, I have some very funny story. What happened yesterday? I saw Kimber was sleeping, and yesterday, I thought yesterday is Sunday. Then, because it's difficult to keep that in a calendar, I thought it's Sunday. Then I just like 10, no, 9:04, 9:50, just I set up my computer here, not my phone. Then like 10:05, I go to the Zoom. Then what's that? What's going on? It's empty, no one there. Then I just check my phone and what day today? It's Saturday. Therefore, for me also not difficult to, too long the time or the, like that. I couldn't remember what day is that. Anyway, okay. Gaza Karishna Ganaso, and Nala Dechi, and it's that Sanjiro Chang Tane Dedena, and to Semblaya, Taranji Tama, and Semblaya Ngamrada, and it's Shanada, and the line about missing a look on chess came do.
So while staying at home, if you only keep on watching the news and find out what's happening outside, then that will only increase your anxieties, and sadness. So there's not much going on, not much you can do other than being just sad and anxiety.
제가 다 디상변의 산주나라에나 그 누가지면 야지 타파시 매베서도 와서 간데 가디 임바나 카프겔라 만다가데 통사 만다가데 나산도 단데 감란도 이제컴들랜들도 간지 당감 간지 밀라 감라다 켈랑가마다 간지 셔나도 올레기도 와서.
Because at this time, most of the news channels, they're all showing about this situation going on now. And, only telling you how many people have been infected, how many people have died, and so forth. So that only, it's not intentionally trying to scare you, but that kind of scares you and creates more anxiety in your mind.
And 다음에 가 시다 남중가에는 TV 못 따기요스. 다 대상 먼저 님의 거 칼라세요 칼라 뉴스 타임마다 셴 TV는 고쳐면.
So normally I watch a TV a lot, but nowadays I only watch maybe once during the lunch break. Otherwise I will not watch it.
제가 그 셴은 집반으로 그래. 아니 그 달라져. 가지 내수 누가 좀 야가시게 내면도 왔다. 띵어도 팬게 도움을 드려서 이전에 이제 tendencies. And then 야 뒤에 돌아오는 왔어.
And so because it's the same thing going on and on again, again and again. So and also so there's not much new thing to learn or to listen to. And on the other hand, it's also wasting your time.
제가 다 알아서 나바지 있잖아요. 아니 점로 켈레 점로다 렌델라 이체다 켈레징이 있잖아요. 아니 다 수속이 제단데 다 되게 지금 다 제대기 로트마서 강한 라베는 것도 나타치야다. 아니 다 나샘게 돈이 있는 거서 남라다 지나 매베가 나베 추고 다 냠는데 다 단대 제베 갑랑 뭐니 그대로서.
And so as a practitioner of Buddhism, we should, of course, mentally or from inside, we have to practice and pray and be not worried about it. But externally, from our side, we should follow the advices of the CDC and the scientific methods to overcome this situation.
Nice. The cat also listen the teaching there. 어떤이 다 간주 가르삼로 땅고 니네 갑라 가르삼 땅고 쓰나 다 니가라 간주 삼모타이 니레스 쇼치니 땅고네 까디 전공도 와서 다된 거네 미망보지게래야 아니 다 무슨 telapa 챤네 다 지금 레제 바인바이나레 아니 내가 진행이 바인바나 또 땅고네 무슨 파 드로네야 다 tel라 갑자기 잡고 그래 다 콘도 까리친 모셔라는 거 콘도라 까디 공고 그래서.
And so at this time also, it's good to reflect on the kindness of others, especially those who are working by going in front, and helping people who have been infected and who are falling in this situation, and going in front line and helping them physically. Should think about the kindness of those people.
오늘 전에 다 가지 빠워들 납쳐다 콘종원이 소리다치네 다 내가 마치 효진의 마치랑 제리 아니 니네 다 가르마 아니 딱 소소고 토백을 들는 것도 제거를 다 콘종원이 전에 가르친 버렸어.
And especially people who are working in the healthcare centers, hospitals, clinics. So they are really like heroes who are going in front line, to help those who are in great need. And of course, in one hand, it's their job. They have to do it. No choice but to do it. On the other hand, they're endangering their life, their health, to help other people. So really, should think about their kindness.
아니 콘솔라 남이 요래, 아니 점사 요래, 부여 요래. 근데다 돈솔 삼도 따고다 이다 인바이나야. 간지 메고 속 잡야게 쳐대야 아니 소수고 속 매두쳐내야 내가 쳐대 문에 전이까지 침버다 문에 간도 삼도나 콘솔까지 침버다.
So these people, they have their own, families, their spouse, their relatives, and they have to think about them too. But think about others to save their life, forsaking or endangering their own life to save the life of others. So these are really, heroes, and so we should really think about their kindness.
다 나시긴 잠벌리라다 무사야 동시에 몸보야 아니 미 셴발라 나사 먹어야 소소라 먹어야 미 셴발라 먹어야 지다 다 간지 만데 셴다 단다 나라 데데 그래서 도도야 빼가리치 버렸어.
And also those people, many hundreds and thousands and millions of people staying at home in order to protect themselves and to protect others, to not spread this disease. And they are also very, very kind.
제장 배는 게 가서지 라바인스. 단 간중원에 가르쳐야 무슨다. 아니 미 셴발라 셴라 삼로 따니 수수수고 지금 다그로 송집해야 돼. 다 단디가 내가 좀 쳐야 된다.
So individually what we can do, is to protect oneself in order to protect others by thinking about others' benefit, in order to help and protect others, and protecting oneself. That's very important individually.
제가 당간에 남비 추구나라야 상접의 셈 상접sem에 랍자한테 냠내세지로 다 땡군이 대상 나도 제가 값기대로와.
So in Buddhism, we have this practice of altruism and or bodhicitta. So this is the real time to put that practice into the practice.
제 장당 가서 된지가 설마다 가르쳐서 민이도 왔어. 미 쇼치기니 원에 전에게 주든지 잡실라야. 아니 physically, mentally, 아니 간지 쟁게 속줘야다. 아니 자급라 좀다 간지 잠블레기야. 다 미고 속줘야지다. 내가 무슨 쉬니 제대로 왔어. 가르쳐 뭐라고?
And so there are two people who can, think about the kindness of, especially the first one is the doctors and nurses and all the people who are working in the healthcare centers, going in the front line to help those who are infected and who are dying, to help them. So they are really, really very kind.
다디지 다디고라 다 단디 갑라야 잠불리라야 아니 몸 파지 니라 숨래 지라 나타다 포사레스 한번 쳐 간라다 아니 나타 되기 전에 다 시다레스.
And so now I think it's about over 200,000 people who have been infected by this virus, and about 20,000, over 20,000 people have already died because of this.
다 간주 콘들 가자. 다 간주 콘들 니제 공고 그래서.
And so now we have to think about compassion, general compassion towards them.
콘주 샘란 징나다 남자다. 단대문에 가서 그 속텔라 타게 되면 하고 오면 와.
And so those people who are infected, they have so much fear and so much anxiety in their mind. They're with the strong doubt in their mind, thinking whether I'll be able to fight this or not, whether I'll be able to come out of this disease or not. Thinking like that, they have so much anxiety and sadness.
제가 다 대링이 받나 단대게 주서 주다 까마 심주 속된 니까블라야 잠빌리기 미 파시 나산디 콜라 삼로 마땅게 다 파시 니쿠데가 메나 마토 파시 요 말에.
So right now, at this time in the morning, 10:37, right? And so everywhere in the world, people are all thinking about this disease. There isn't anybody who's not thinking about this disease unless they're sleeping now, right? Otherwise, everybody is thinking about this disease.
제가 다 간조고 아니 까디 고미야치다 아니 니제 고미야겠다 아니 다 그러고 삽진라고 일하기도 와.
And so this is the time for us to think about the kindness of others, those who are putting effort to help others, and and the compassion towards those who are going through these sufferings.
제가 간조고 남비게 남들 다 땡데세지 와서 간조 상아 찌질을 때려요. 찌질은 제대로서 당원이 등으로 용어도 와서.
And so like in Buddhism we talk about interdependence, right? And depending on each other. So this is the time that we can see how we are all dependent on each other.
제가 다 렌게 남아서 마체 나를 주되게 그래. 아니 딱 남라지나 전에 대마다 같이 되는 평에 딱 평 말에. 다오는 가르쳐 버서 지 남라 마야원 지나 맞아. 다지 전화 아니 많았어. 많은 가도 내면식 지워요 말에. 딱 되고 싶어. 많았어. 다 뒤져 동바이 가버다. 에이 아무나 곰텐데 아니 잠 이제다. 아니 까디데서 곰. 안 템주고 깔리데서 삼다나 만주 샘랑 남라가 샘디 용거 말해서 가는 샘 셴바지 내가 제대로 남라 고마 자대가 왔어.
And so most of you might be staying at home, right? So just just staying at home. Don't think about all these sadnesses, and don't build up all the anxiety in your mind. Instead, do the prayers, like especially Om Mani Padme Hum, if you can do. There isn't any of you who don't know how to do Om Mani Padme Hum, right? You all know that, and so recite Om Mani Padme Hum. And like I mentioned, meditate on loving kindness, compassion for those who are going through sufferings, and think about the kindness of those who are working very hard, courageously to help others, and then rejoice in their good deeds and so forth. So if you think like that, then you will not have anxiety in your mind.
가르쳐는 강조질라 가디나 아니 강사다 남바치비 지르려 봐서 아니 로 찡은 지르도 셴바는 건 저거 말했어. 골로를 저토 말해.
And so when like we are ordinary beings who can have only one type of mind manifesting at one time. So when one mind is manifesting, the other mind cannot manifest. So when the compassion mind or or the kindness, thinking of the kindness mind is manifesting, the anxiety mind cannot manifest.
제가 다 단대기 내다다 알아서고니 갑자기 자 맞아요. 간지 노트 맵으로 자다다 나추네 아니 셰샤베기 아니 삼마당다데 따와이나 딩땡땡 가지고 됐어 팽이래.
And so right now this is the situation with all this disease going around and increasing ever more, and so it is really helpful to think about these teachings taught in Buddhism.
다는 이제 다 소중문이야지 제토야지. 근데 가서 하는 가서 에듀카시야 뭐데 가라야. 가로 두수체네 간지 멤버들이야. 멤버도 너스런 something pizza chiana, color delivered not the legend. To pay our was.
And of course, from your side, if you can do anything to help others, that's very good also. So like I heard some of our members, went out to deliver pizzas, for the doctors and nurses. And if you can do that, that's very good also.
But you give them all the pizza, they will come all wet. Ada dine de kema da kanji ta leka yabor kanji ani to chinga do mi phacho kadi de ten mi phacho ngone chi kale de nganzu chorwa yena ani nganzu khonzola kanji karo suzu karo ngana su gelda ya khonzola mi bega ani chamba de inje de chanju ko sim kadi je de temple lo mamu kyen gores.
So if we think about their good works, courageous works to benefit others, then that way we will rejoice and we will think about the kindness of them. And also thinking about the sufferings of sentient beings, we will be able to generate more compassion and affection and love towards them.
다 나지 나도 패마도 계셔도 치는 시에요 말씀. 그래서 나딱그 처음 와서 뭐제 와서 야나 제버려서 되게 파티 찍지라 가로 찍교도 셔야 되는데 계셔도 치는 패가 말했어. 델리 대유쇼스로 와 시오시고 좀 받아 마셔나 야래서.
And should not talk about useless things like senseless or meaningless chattering, like things like saying, "Oh, he did it, or she did it because of her, because of this, or because of China, because of that country," and so forth. Let's don't talk about that. I'm sure you're not talking about that, and we should not talk about those things. Those are just meaningless things. Doesn't happen.
그래서 내가 뭐지 좀 말다 나도 참 남비 주는 라고요. 말아서 밀어야 아니 가르고다. 고야 마타. 미 미치 기치 제와도 미 너무 장와도 체네. 근데 단데 영어로 봤지.
So it's not one person, we can blame to for this thing. It is not. It's the combination of many people together, right? And it is like I mentioned before. It is because of our strong desire for so many things, too many things, and for doing the things that we're not supposed to do, and creating non-virtuous karmas, and because of that, we're experiencing this.
양 쇼치니 당에 좀와서 게 벤다 레가 칭에 돌아 잡초체 도면도 게 남이라 잡초체 도면도 게 남이 스포츠 도면도 근데 세명남라 아껴고 말인데 미치 가로 fortune 말했어 봐.
And so this is me, I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to support my families, help my family, and so forth. Should not think like that. It's not one person's fault.
Okay. 제자 땅 간주문이 다데 단 남비 추네 라베 잠바다 니제다 다 원에 전에 딱까지 간주 남지 마시사 이거 말이야 와서 땅 간주 마마 시에서 곰칼에 가와나 땅원이 까지 침보에 받은 간주 삼초고도 봐서 간진 잠벌래야 미 강가 단데 니칼라 참에게 룩잡네 갑자기가 답지기 그러고서.
And so we normally think about the kindness of others, after thinking about them as being our mother, right? That's how we're taught in the teaching. But at this time we don't really have to think about our sentient beings as being our mother. If we think about all these people who are coming together, to help to overcome this situation, then we can think about their kindness easily.
제가 된리 다니가도 가는 쌈 좋은데 좋은 누가 왔어요.
So what do you think? Can we think about their kindness in that way?
그래요. 제가 오늘 나도 산지 듣다 와있나 아니 다가도 지금 고치 소리 아니 지금 롭던 바소리 아니 다 나신 게인데 멤버에 노르스를 오늘 전에 갈 작은도 왔어요.
And so if we look at the news, we see that how so many people, all the leaderships, all the peoples from the top, and the doctors and nurses, they're all working so hard to help overcome this situation, right?
제 장아 아니 간두문이 딱 단다 삼로 따와이나 남배 추니 땡주 사지 땡데 사지 나도 강사 참아 파티 치질라 까디 쳔버다 찌진 레데 사데 당고니 레와용도 왔어. 나타데 담봉어도 야나가 사자 국조절을 내버리 대신에 다 단단 잠벌링 다 작업 가서 처음에 잡사를 봤어.
And so we're thinking about all these teachings, right? About an dependent origination, interdependence, and how we are dependent on each other, So like this disease, it started from one city in China, but then now it's spread, to all over the place. So this is how we're all linked, dependent on each other, and there's so many people, coming together, to help each other. So that also shows, the dependence, right? Interdependence.
제장에 가서 지라베 다 안중원에 다 안중 내가 제 가는 도시바이나 안 가서 다 렌헬 라바나지 미 젬발라 삼로 따니 소소소 손집제 된 안중 내가 전부 직자 대체와이나 안중고 나타들 갑자기 자도 그래.
And so, like I mentioned earlier, what we can do individually is by thinking about others, protecting oneself.
Okay, 아니 if not necessary 와 되면은 아니 줄어란 로그 맞으나 만들어. 아니 내가 전부 작도 아주 나사되면 술래에다 간에 용을 하고 오면도.
And so, because we don't know where this disease is coming from and who has it and how it's going to get to us, therefore, if we don't have to go, if it's not necessary to go out, then better not go out.
I water. Also, everyone drink some hot tea, okay? Yes, hot tea is good. Ah, so delicious. Don't you do have all the jeza? Let's go here to drink it. Jeza, Tandabena, Tandi Chalabena, Janalaya, and the Tangandu Kosechena, Nasatama, and the Garun jumps out this. And it take Kundu Gotakari, control your Cheta one thing. Was.
So right now in China, the disease is not increasing. The curve has gone down. So there's no many new cases coming in now anymore, and so that's because they control it, by quarantine or by staying inside the home. They control it, and therefore they're able to subside it now.
나타군의 용사기 사자드나 오한 가라 오하라와 소와. 오한라 아니 나사다 미스 네바사와 마토네타 드리니 니마 시차소 무슨 니마 시다나 단단 야나라다 니마레 숨주 쉽지다 용도도 되나 다 당보 용사가 사나테니 아니 네바사와 마토네 드리니 니마 시차래 버스 시차대 그래서.
And so the Wuhan city, from where this disease started, the new cases have stopped already. So there hasn't been any new cases, for last 3-4 days anymore. Now, other places there are still coming new cases, but in that city there are no new cases anymore. And so if we control it, it's something that we can overcome.
제대로 간이 전나다 자나 안에 공소다 마셔다 같이 슈랑기 미마 사만 나를 되니까지 고잠 샤샤에다 코마 참마다 버렸어. 당간준도 라타 줄로라 투시 자야마다다 미수수 게수수 겐이 급제네. 당간준 내려 우측을 나기입니다. 신앙엔 자말링 참이기 메르긴 아니 겐에 코네 미젬바 소축 제기치도 소소 줄로라 말이었대. 다 답시 약속 차대요 그래서.
So how they control that situation from increasing is by locking the people. In China, maybe because of this communism rule, they might have been forced, fully locked inside the house. They sealed the doors, from outside, and they couldn't come out like that, maybe. But here, there's no such kind of restriction like that here. But by thinking about others, from one's own side, from one's individually, think about the help that one can provide to others, or stop from the disease spreading. One should stay inside as much as possible. So everybody in the world, if they do that, then the disease will not spread to each other.
Good morning. 제장 안에 간주 몇 참이게야 메리게 내가 준줄이 채와이나 간주데 갑자기 때문에 따도 고 짜야 명들을 해면 좋았어.
So if we do an apart from our side, then it is something that we can overcome. It's not something that we cannot overcome, right?
Okay. Today's 고 인심이지 삼랑 남라시라 제메바지 당기다 두치네 삼로 대단에 아니 나 생각나라 아니 간주 나주네 클럽자 자샤바테 간지 수수 셈 가디나 간지 다 busy chewor kanje semle ya tila chewor.
And so follow those advices, from the CDC and the scientific methods that's given to us. Follow those advices, and internally, like I said before, think about the Buddha's teachings. Follow those teachings. Keep your mind busy, by thinking about the Dharma all the time.
Right? 나도 배전에 열어서 남친 참여를 다스. 시쟁 애매를 다스. 다 땡문을 와 다다니까.
And so, just like it is said in the teaching, that the time, so the death is certain, right? And the time of death is uncertain. That's really true. You can see that now, right?
안군을 왔다. 아니 다 희위제 아니 나도 괜히 뭐지요 말해서 가르나 개월에다 뭐개월에 일해서 다 뭐개월에 패도 말다 가리 패나 개월에 패도 그래서 다도 정원이 다다용도 와.
So at the time of death, there's only two things we can take with us. That's the positive and negative imprints. And the negative imprint, of course, doesn't help, and instead, causes harm to us. So what we should try to take with us is the positive imprints, so positive actions.
What do you think?
Is it like that?
아니 다 당연히 당화치 랍타이스. 니만년가 산지 짜장하다는 데마데스. 되게 먼저 샘내 팬도면도 되게 딴데 배면도.
As I've already mentioned, don't spend time watching news the whole day. That doesn't help. And I have seen it doesn't help at all.
아, 나도 소소 내가 직제 연날 내가 대제. 다 되는 게 제면은 아니 많다 드마사쇼스.
So if you have any job to do, like other people, you have to go to job and work and do things like that, then of course you should do that. But otherwise, if you're staying home, then and nothing else to do, then recite mantra, like I said, Om Mani Padme Hum and Tara mantra and Avalokiteshvara mantra.
간지 수수가 남이 다 니까블라치까지 비디체워스 가지 되게 꼬장장 나사도 꼬장장 하시는 거 야치게 대요 말서 봐.
And so keep yourself and your family busy, with the things like prayers and so forth. If you think about the news, then if you just keep on watching the news, there's nothing, but that's going on, that same thing, and doesn't help you.
아니 남중에서 다 주제면도 다 데려가려고 지진다고 해서 가서 로종 지야다 곰자야다 아니 삼대 주소준이 요 말을 봤어.
So normally we don't have time, to do our practices, and to do the retreats because we are very busy with our jobs, right?
다 다른 것도 담가요 말스. 다 담가요 말스. 마데라 안 되래서.
And so, but now we have no choice, but to do our practices and retreats.
제가 다 땡에 상처람도 주세요. 다 단디갑 돼서 따당가도 제고요 그래서.
And also, like it is said in the teaching, taking the adversities into the path. So this is the time, this bad situation, we can take into the path, to practice to achieve enlightenment.
아니 고급 됐습니다. 다 소속이 지 곰전에 야간 돼. 야무나 뎁드네 로나 야간 돼. 야무나 아니 지금 다 간데 나한테서나 야간 돼. 오다 소속 담가지 그래서.
So grasping this opportunity and choose, to whatever one feels best to do, either doing meditation or recitations, or reading Dharma books, or whatever you find is most beneficial or most thing that you should do, then you should do that.
야 소소 남미 소소 냠도 이거는 야 소소 곰치고 이제 매 셴바도 곰마지게 냠내 마치게잖아. 야 코치고 샤마샤바지. 야 소소 나한테 대팽 말이야. 콜라야 같이 비즈요하기 셈만저지대. 야 소소 곰 고유도 되고 그래서.
So if you have a family member who doesn't do practice, who doesn't meditate, and only you try to meditate yourself, that might not work also. So also you have to create something to keep them busy as well.
Right? 제가 냠내마 야고에 같이 곰전에 철로다 저는 그 로바티 exactly 차다나 양 연구 말아봤어.
And so say you're a good practitioner and you can do meditations and spend time doing those practices, but if your partner or your relatives or family member just sitting there watching news and building up more anxiety, then that's not useful, right?
자, 아니 되네 애네야 가디나 데마도 같이 애네 엑서사이즈 채워버렸어. 근데 산이 내가 가시게 말려요 가는 가서 강가 길로 싱하대 양파로 용스.
And also, of course, don't just sit in one place, but do some movements around and do some exercises. Otherwise, if you keep sitting and eating, then you might come up with when you come to
자, 아니 소소고 차변에 장상사나 라뼈올라야 쇼고지샤 쇼고니샤 대전에 라빠야야 본 지그레스. 아니 이게 대한다 사대의 게임을 진가도 그러 플로랑 가나 아니 샤리 못페나 라빠야 되지 깔레메 같이 차요 피도 그러네. 차피나야 쇼치니 개원도 그러니 아니 니네야 아니 대대양도 그래서
and do like a full prostration, as in, which is a very good, form of a practice and exercise as well, mentally and physically, exercising your body and mind, through prostration, full prostration. And when you do the prostrations, you slide your hand on the floor and fold it together at the top, right? When you do that, it is might be helpful. I don't know how your situation of the floor is there in your home. Sometimes if you place a paper on your palm and then you slide it easier, and then it doesn't damage or cause harm to your hands. You can slide that. It depends on what kind of floor you have, right? And so it's good to do that full prostration. It's good for your body and good for creating merit and purifying negativities.
You put above here, then very slippery. It doesn't bother your hand also. 아니 다 차트에 폐대 당원에 소소 수보 사카세 에 까바 대기 사이 독 장간에 몇 와서 나와서.
So your number of the merit you accumulate by doing prostration, as you have already seen maybe before, heard before, that how many atoms of the dust or the earth you cover with your body, that many number of merit you create each time when you do a prostration.
exercise.
So that's our exercise. So we need exercise in our mind, and we need to exercise our body as well.
Okay. 아니 당연하다 랍다에 가지 나도 니리 나도 다 가르쳐나고 샘란 쭉 삼로 가지고 뭐지 장장하던 날 때마다 왔지. 당연도 샘라야 busy cheese 나 라고 다시.
And so what I'm trying to tell you here is that don't stay home, just doing nothing. Just try to keep yourself busy doing something.
Okay. 어디 다 되지 다 되니 아니 다 대링한도 다시 추리체가 되잖아요. 아니 당경 해라라고 나지기 단 잠블리가 뭐니 미래야 까디 재미거니. 다 나지기 다디 값이야 나사티 뭐니 무스 아니 냐다 냐심배 미지라 니제 공배 돈에 간도 다 추리체가 생각도 다 많이 싸가지 문제인다스.
And so now for about half an hour, we're going to recite Om Mani Padme Hum, by thinking about, like I mentioned earlier, the kindness of all those people who are working very hard to help others, and by remembering their sufferings people are going through and generating compassion towards them.
다 단대가 가리고는 당에 잡로들인데 시리즈가 단가지거든. 아니 다양한 마저 시리즈 하고 그러봤어.
And so what you need to do, how you need to contemplate or meditate, is by visualizing the Avalokiteshvara, like you see behind Geshe-la's, behind Geshe-la, there's a Jurassic picture on the wall, and so that's the 1,000-arm Jurassic picture.
아니 다 간주 남주 시다 시리즈 샤동 차동 시리즈 간제나 소소 시리즈가 아니 왕들의 통면나 아니 소소 아니 담보 다 간제 동장하지 동바 딩안에 아니 시리즈 거야 양안에 아니 나도 많은 장고요레스.
And so if you have received the Avalokiteshvara initiation before, then you should meditate on emptiness, and from the state of emptiness, that very mind, which you think about emptiness, that very mind arise in the form of Avalokiteshvara.
아니 시리즈가 왕한테 좀 많이 되는 수준 된들이야. 아니 시리즈 거의 곰스.
And if you have not received the initiation of Avalokiteshvara before, then visualize, the image, or the statue or image, of Avalokiteshvara in the space in front of you.
시리즈 가르치 하시라고 하면은 야름부지 삼시기라 봐. 아니 소중한 데들 야름부지 꿈을 주도요. 그러나 당근에 사제다 샹주 선바타 남중나도 니셔도 나지. 간지 다스 남키 가접사 아니 강디 어떤 삼고 그래서.
And if you know who Avalokiteshvara is, what Avalokiteshvara looks like, then you can visualize Avalokiteshvara in the human form, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Think about His Holiness the Dalai Lama in the space in front of you, and surrounded to him are all the Buddhas of the 10 Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 direction, filling the whole space with all these Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 direction.
오투시삼네 다 안에 가르치고 되지. 다가는 수수고 고라고라라 다 들이 소소 나올 주보 된다나 손에 간돌라 디스트럭션이 지어요 말이서. 제 남주 검제를 깔아야 손에 지금 감바파 자 투자 한 지금 고드 투식 나도 디스트럭 뭐 레기도 왔어. 다 들이 가서 엑스큐트 저기요 말 소소 나올 소소 되더라 봐.
So today, you're going to do this meditation by yourself at your home, right? Nobody to disturb you. Normally you have some people, sitting next to you, doing something, maybe breathing very hard, or stretching their legs, and stretching their limbs, and or somebody opening the door inside the house, or going out of the gompa. So you have all this disturbance other time, right? But now you're by yourself at your home, nobody to disturb you, so you have no excuse, to be distracted.
다가도 도저 삼로 다 안에 소소인데 꼬라꼬라야 당고는 지금 텐디가 파마 선배가 아니 간지 까리지메 심지 참아 소소 나지지요 삼고 그래서.
And so now, around yourself, think about all the sentient beings, all the sentient beings of the six realms, who have been your mother in one of the lifetimes. You have been mother, and so they're all surrounding to you.
도체네 아니 삼로 도체 삼로 땅에 다 나도 가르치고 있으나 당고네 단디 갑라야 잠블리가 뭐 동시 되려야 다 나산디가 강이 맞춰서 뭐 치야면도 나라 세명감라 강요받는 사명감라 다 대리가 감라한테 봐 쉐야기 체대 아니 봐봐 쉐리가 다 고송 두고 줄어가나 뭔가도 참말라 나로치 대리가 레반도 잡네야 삼에대 심지 참아 삼네 레바 잡네 아니 나도 많이 교회이다스.
So then, like I mentioned about the sufferings, the situation that's going around now, think about that, and of course, not only that, but there are all other sufferings the sentient beings are going through in different realms. Like think about all these sufferings and wish them to be free from all the sufferings, right? And especially at this time, from the suffering of the coronavirus, and to free from that. And then you recite this Om Mani Padme by thinking about them.
아니 된지 많이 참고를 나도 생각하려야 아니 담보반에 빼잖아. 두수깔보 안 파바신에 되게 두가니마 두수깔보쇼 대수술링아 여설라 제베 아니 수술링아 여섬 당 수준 달거도 심지 탐조링아 여섬 진길랍송 양천군이 봐서 가라 양 두수 몸보 오도 지는 것도 바르네 이다스.
And so now, as you visualize Avalokiteshvara in the space in front of you, then imagine light and nectar, white light and nectar, flowing down from Avalokiteshvara's heart and entering into your body, right? Purifying all the negativities created through your body, speech, and mind, and especially all the diseases and so forth. And all the viruses that you have in your body is all being washed out. Like that, and then during the second recitation, or recitation of the second mala of mantra, then you can do other visualization of like a blue light, flowing down.
And 저도 깨지 따먹어지 저런 게 semlay 많은데, 아니 소소가 많은 영역보다 맞아봤지 있어요.
And so don't say out loud. Just say it quietly inside your mind. And just think about that. Just pay attention to that. Don't lose that attention or don't forget that object of meditation. So that's the meditation, object of meditation. Okay.
아니 다 담봉해 대신 대치동 내 담보 동이 가랑 안도 가리 봐 아니 양도 소소 시리 되게 요만은 소소 되는 시리 간진 소지 쏟다 같아 인다스
So the
아니
first
가게
thing
대
that
소지
is
쏟다
going
내
to
소지 따스 지라 양종에 태만이 받은 거 태만이 받은 거 갈아야 단 다디가 잠블이 네들라 섬로 땅에 아니 콘솔라지 회독지하게 지는 거 가르치고 도 삼에 다 가르치고 많은 거야 돼 야만도 삼은 것으로 저긴다스
And so the first ring, during the first ring, of the singing bowl, either generate yourself as Avalokiteshvara from the state of emptiness, or visualize Avalokiteshvara in the space in front of you. And then during the second ring, of the singing bowl, then think about the sufferings, especially the sufferings related with the coronavirus that's going around now in the world, and in order to benefit sentient beings. I'm going to recite this Om Mani Padme Hum.
아니 이게 스마 동백을 많이 고통이 도에 있어.
And then during the third ringing of that singing bowl, then you start on reciting Om Mani Padme Hum.
오케이. 어두치는 거는 것도 아니다.
Yeah, so we're going to start like that now, okay?
Papa shared it Tukania was a carbo and Dutu Shone and Suzu Lingayos Chinjilap and Tepa and Simjet Sama, the Chinjilap song, some Kawakum, Shundayaman Tangores.
And now the white light and nectar flows down from the heart of Avalokiteshvara, enters into one's body, and of all sentient beings around oneself. And that blesses all the body, spirit, and mind of all oneself and all sentient beings. So with that, again, recite, keep on reciting Om Mani Padme Hum.
야 바바 셔라지 tukaniya 오늘 세부고 아니 도저 밥 아니 소소랭아 여섬라 진질랍 야 대파 아니 참네 섬제 랭아서 진질랍 송 섬네 공고르스
Now again, imagine yellow light and nectar flowing from Avalokiteshvara's heart and spreading all over the place into oneself and all sentient beings, and thereby one's body, speech, and mind are being blessed. With that thought again, recite the Manipino.
양 바바 시리즈 tukane 아니 오들 마부고야 아니 점밥 아니 대수술링아 예선라 탐 아니 수술링아 진질랍 아니 대양 아니 semje 참말아 봐 아니 탐소 무슨 일까와 공시의 양만의 공부했어.
Again, red lightness, from the Avalokiteshvara, descends, to oneself and purifies one's negativities, blesses one's body, speech, and mind. Then from there, it spreads again, to all sentient beings. And then think about all sentient beings being free from all the diseases, all the sufferings, and all their body, speech, and mind are blessed, and rejoice in that way.
양 바바 시리즈 tukane 아니 오들 장기기 아니 되도 밥 아니 대수술링아 예선라 타 수수링아 예선지 뜻없이요. 되게 오전 선제 처마나 보내 선제 참여게 뜻 빠져지 봤다 손님에 아니 한번 장고다스.
Now again, visualize or imagine green light emanating from the heart of Avalokiteshvara, enter into your body, and purifying all the negativities of your body, speech, and mind. And then from there, the light emanates further to all sentient beings, and that purifies their negativities created through their body, speech, and mind. So with that thought, again, keep on reciting Om Mani Padme Hum.
아양 파바셔레데 그tuk하니야 오늘 공부고야 아니 뜻을 접합 대수술링하였습니다. 탐 아니 수술링하였으면 뜻없이요. 야 대양 선제 처음으로 받자면 선제 처음에 랭이 뜻도 보장하지 말 라버드 단디 이게 있는 나사 되게야 아니 미게 생긴 나사 아니 삼이 받치 강의 받에 우리한테 쇼송 삼이 많은 점수.
Now again, imagine blue light emanating from the heart of Avalokiteshvara and entering, into one's body, and then purifying all the negativities of the body, speech, and mind. And then from there, light further spreads, to all sentient beings, and then purifies all their negativities. All their worries, anxieties, and all the hindrances are being completely purified. So, thing like that. As you recite Om Mani Padme Hum.
Ayam Papa Shiri Tukani, and this was the karma, and this Ngai Nambachinema, Suzolatum, and Suzilina is the Tabisham, and the young Semjet Tamjala Pobre Semjetam, did a Pakadajaba Shani, and Semjet Tamja, and the Chiga. Nena the king, Pachi Kangaya Musubadi Charles, some Suzu Tachi Teniji, Samaya, Sunny, get the shows.
And now again, emanate all those 5 different kind of lights: white, red, yellow, blue, green. Emanate from the heart of Avalokiteshvara, and enters into one's body, and purifies all the negativities, and then from there it spreads further to all sentient beings, and then that purifies all the negativities of body, speech, and mind, clears all their obstacles, all the hindrances. And so by thinking like that, and again, recite the mantra.
Tanganzo Mane Sabi, give it Zavala Tene, 아니 단대가 단 zambalaya 아니 샘신라지 칼라마라 경영들 칼레가 남바진이 아니 봐 줄시와 아니 매 말아가 아니 매가 남바진이 줄비와 와다지는 나상무고 매 말아가 나상무고 매가 남바진이 샘제 처음에 수수 내와나지 접수님 베sem라지 가와곰네 테스마탄에 대쇼스
So thinking that through the merit of reciting Om Mani Padme in this way, all sentient beings are fulfilled with all their wishes. So those who are lacking food receives food. Those who are lacking medicine receives medicine, and those who are lacking, especially the medicine, to cure their disease directly, receives those medicines to directly cure their diseases. So anyway, in short, whatever, whoever wants what, they receive exactly like they have wished. And so with that thought, can keep that thought for a little while.
뭐야 다 되는 것도 쉐레드단 레벨이 냠내세가 남도 곰세가 문도 아니 된듯이 있어
So that is the practice of Avalokiteshvara, like meditation or practice, whatever you can call it.
와 아니 소소 나래 된다고 치는 되게 어렸어 된다고 곰잡 아니 많아서는 되게 어렸어
And so if you do that like that, kind of meditation and visualization and recite Om Mani Padme at home, that's very good.
어떻지 다 계산되는 지기야 아니 맨날 단대 갑래 나사된 나den이잖아 삼목간에 담고 그래서 컨트롤 해야지 되지 계제 싫어 치는 게 특까지 쇼이스
And recently someone asked what one should think, for someone who has been infected with the disease, how should they think? So I'm going to talk a little bit about on that.
다 된대 미지 예바이 나타 나도 나라도 요마다 다 된대 단대 간 위쪽도 와잖아요 미신 방이야다 대형인데 받도네 지원에 제쪽으로 봤어 간제 된대 간대제 바나 다 단대게 아니 수수고 아니 렌데 켈링에 가자 힘바이 나다 수수 개왕감 미래 이 아니 다데 나다데 나그 좀한데 아니 다 수수 레레 삼텔라 삼다나 아니 테스나 평그래 다나 신기 다 단다 소소 주고 많이 반 잠물리기 아니 모두 동실 아니 되게야 소소라 잡혀 제가요 소소라 로버 제가요 소소 나사들의 트라이하게 탑시 제가요 되네 삼다나 아니 소소가 삼랑 남자다 지그라도 반 용의 평그래
And so if there are people who are infected with that disease, of course I don't think there are anybody here in our group, but maybe you can send the message out somehow, just through the YouTube or whatever. And so of course if you are Buddhist who believes in karmic law of cause and effect, then it's easier to think that whatever is happening to me, if one has been infected with the disease, then you can think that this is the result of my previous negative karma, and then because of that I'm experiencing this. And if not, if you don't believe in that, then no need to worry. But think about all this support that one is receiving. All the 7 billion people in this world are behind oneself to support, to overcome this problem. And so no need to worry like that. So one can think in that way.
다 나신기 아니 내다고 수지라 마요 와서 다 나란데 총선 내다고 수지라 마요 와서 삼바이나 아니 소소 생각도 팽그레스
And also thinking like I have this, but may no one has this kind of disease. I mean, no one else have that kind of disease. If you think like that, that also will help.
아니 네가 심지어 처음 나야 돼 고쳐버려. 오토 삼고 그래서.
And then also on top of that, what if one can think, may this be sufficient to overcome the suffering of all other sentient beings. May I take this suffering on behalf of all sentient beings. If you think like that, that will be more.
아니 뭐가 좀 제 아니 가지고 잠물리게 지금 뭐 처음에 그 소설라 따대만로 어느 소설 붙여들 내가 제가 요만로 소설라야 지금 대표 제가 요만로 텐디 로랑 코 소소야 지가 샘주지는 나한테 정화되다 코도 지금 나가요 되게 상가이나 소주 샘라이 때서 팽그래.
And sit there with your eyes closed, imagining all these 7 billion people of the world are looking at you, to help you, in whatever way they can. They're all this there to support you. And if you can think that I'm taking this suffering on me, on behalf of all these people, so that they don't have to go through this suffering like that. If you can think like that, then it will be very helpful for your mind.
아니 잠물리게 추케네 밀랭이 와다 추르분 드라마 사미 다 단다가 아니 갑라야 니콜라 칼레 자기 와자 사미 갈라 진이라 그 사미 갈라 잡주 저기 상가이나 소소 주보 같이 나사데 뇽네 등마데 됐어 봐 총으로 팽그랬으나.
And so if you think like all these people in the world are helping, supporting me to overcome suffering, that it's not me alone. There's so many people behind me to help me like that. If you think like that, then that will help your mind to be not to be so panicking or worrying so much.
단디갑도 오늘 전에 심지어 참말 못 참아 아니 필요 참행가도 딱가래 레와자기 문자기 그랬어.
And it's really true that all the people around the world, all the people of different belief, different religion, background, they all are thinking of something, some way, to help those who are infected.
Okay, 드네로 어째 삼았다나 아니 다 나가도 운이 지 이거들이 드네라 드네 가서 드네를 배양 지 라브로치다 드네 대하게 키셔야 되지.
So this is what I think is the most beneficial way, to think for someone who has this disease, who is going through these kind of problems. I don't think there's any better way, than to think like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, any questions? Any question? You can raise your hand, or you can put the note there. Okay. Many other question? Then, Jennifer, you have to unmute her.
I'm going to unmute everybody. And
Okay.
Yeah, you can do the unmute everyone in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Geshe, thank you. Thank you so much. I have a question. I was curious if you have any advice for people that are not Buddhists, like my family, some of them having a very difficult time. I mean, I am too, so this is very helpful for me too. Thank you. But they're having a really difficult time. So do you have any advice, any suggestions that maybe I could suggest to help them, to the way they think, the way about what they can think of or do, maybe?
제가 당연히 단단한 주의 봐서 그주 말린 개 말린 게 지나 개는 거 말했어. 가지 나를 잡초치 나를 로바치긴 잠블리 뭐 사야 좀 삼아요. 그래 동시에 두 삼아요. 나 주보 뭐이 삼아나 때스나 팽그레스.
So just like Geshe mentioned earlier, that if you don't believe in the Dharma, in karmic law of cause and effect, then you can talk to them by thinking, no need to worry about it. There are so many people working so hard, to help you. There are like 7, like I mentioned, there are 7 billion people in this world are all, thinking about how to overcome this, for you. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to worry about it like that.
Okay.
다 나시기 다 당긴 간소 나라마냐 콘도르치게 샘직 비지차야겠지. 가디나 산제 다 마대야다. same busy child, the project of the nature. So the Chetana Pengares.
And also I mentioned like earlier, don't just spend all time watching news, that only makes your mind, think about more and more about that, cause you more worry, sadness, scary, and all these things, So instead do something else, like, get involved in some kind of a project, else to keep your mind away from that worry and to keep your mind busy.
Okay, thank you.
Hands up here, Karen, Bob, and Nancy. I don't know. Karen, do you want to go first?
Yes, I'd love to. Thank you. I'm sorry my video is not on, but I just wanted to thank you for all of your suggestions for all of us. I have another suggestion. There is actually something very tangible that people can do right now. If you go on the internet, you'll see that many people are trying to make face masks for the doctors and the nurses and everyone who are right on the scene helping people who have the disease. I myself am making face masks, and if anybody needs a pattern, has fabric, is willing to sew, please contact me or get on the web and see what's out there.
Wow, that's good. You know how you make the mess?
Yes, sewing masks, and I can make one for you too.
Good.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
Bob, do you want to ask a question? You need to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
So Geshe, during the meditation, is it better to recite Om Mani Padme Hum very slowly if we have difficulty maintaining the object of the meditation? Because if I try to say it more quickly and do more malas, then my focus on the object of meditation is not so good.
Yeah, 10 dollars. 당보 받는 것도 안에 소식 쌓여고 딱 안에 되네 샘라로 그래. 안에 샘라 만에 대 맞아와 지는 된 적이 그래. 지금 진짜 삼통통 말했어.
So yeah, of course, it's important to visualize the merit field, like I mentioned, in the space in front of you, or generate yourself as Avalokiteshvara. And then after that, just think of that, think that that's there, and then after that you recite Om Mani Padme Hum. And the most important thing is to keep your mind on the recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum. It might be difficult to do both at the same time. And just don't forget, when you're doing the Om Mani Padme Hum, remember that you're doing Om Mani Padme Hum. If you forget, then it's not very effective.
Okay.
We have one more question. Do you have time for one more?
Yeah. I have 2 hours. 2 more hours.
Nancy, did you have a question?
Yes. I was just waiting. Yes, thank you. Hi Geshe, thanks for class. Hope you're doing well. So I have a question about merit. So there's some practices that will be more difficult for me than others for various reasons, but I'll still try to do it. So I wonder for people who struggle to get through a practice but are determined to do it, if there's extra merit in it for their extra effort. Because I feel like it's easier to do a practice if you've been doing it so long, you know it off the back of your hand. But if it's something that's struggle that you just want to just give up, but you decide to do it, is there more merit for that?
What do you say?
There's more merit if she's pushing extra hard.
Well, of course, yeah. Because how much you effort that you get more merit.
Thank you.
Also, good motivation, not just you get your own, but it's in order to benefit all other subjects. Right now, I am able to do more practice, more pray, more chanting, more things to do. Therefore, you have to push your body and mind.
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay?
Yes.
Good to see you.
See, you're here.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could see.
Okay. Baya, don't punish your camera.
I won't, don't worry. I won't get too Judeo-Christian on myself. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't see any more hands up here.
There's some messages regarding this. Is it questions or what?
No, there's some people can see some messages.
But there's not questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
There was, I have a question.
Okay.
There was a message that just came up a couple of minutes ago. It said they were offering free art classes, but I couldn't see anything else. And then it went away.
What?
So there was a message, yeah, that popped up.
Maybe we can, Asia, you can connect with people offline on that.
Maybe this may be something else.
There was someone in the class, they were saying they were gonna offer free art classes.
Yeah, that's not related to the center. So let's.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was someone that was saying, okay, hello everyone, and I just wanted to tell you I'm offering free classes. I thought it was what they were offering. It was someone in the class, it looked like.
Yeah, this is someone else, yeah.
Yeah, oh, maybe, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Other questions? Okay, that woman 아니 간지 야부 좋으셔. 단대 가지고 근데 디컴들이 안 되네. 고급 세거는 간지. 테크놀로지 배제당한 데 지하셔 된 것도 까와서 보시라래.
So if you don't have question, anyway, it's very good. Very, very fortunate that we have this opportunity to get around like this together, talk to each other and see each other through the kindness of our modern technology.
제가 당 도도 거기서나 소소소당 소소가 남이 가지 니가라야 다가지 busy source busy.
And also the round thing is that at this time it is important to keep oneself, one's family busy.
그러나 아무도 선바 다 제메 되는 아니 선바 간주 먼저 샷 아니 간주 먼저 제대 그랬어. 아니 샘 투로 그래.
So if you don't have any things to do and just laying around and thinking about this thing all the time, then your mind would be more disturbed.
Okay. 근데 이제 다 간지 소소히 차트네 가야 안 돼. 아무나 지금 더발로 고마전에 가야 안 돼. 아무나 태블로는 가야 안 돼. 아무나 소소히 보자들은 전에 가야 안 돼. 즉 제대 그러다.
And so see what will be better for you to do in either doing some practices of like reciting mantra, meditation, doing prostrations, walking around, or doing something, keeping oneself busy with some kind of project.
아니 니 말을 내면나 창업주의 비해서 소소 남자로 전화 아니 야 빼야 보여res.
And like if you can make a commitment, saying that I'm going to do 50 prostrations a day, like that, or if you can.
참 뭐부터나 연탐 수보래야 아니 그리고 수보 내 정말 대사섭 제거세요.
And depends, on your physical condition. If you can't take it, if you can't bear the hardship of doing the prostration, then of course, you have to be careful with that. Yeah, taking care of your body is very important.
Okay. Any manesa, any domain any
So recite Om Mani Padme Hum, recite the Natara mantra. And as a Buddhist and as a practitioner of Buddhism, the best object of refuge to take is in the Dharma.
Okay. And the Kalata Tandege Panan Tretengi Labjakani and Susu Lalan Tayat or Penny Chimbura.
And then on top of that, following the advice of the the hygienic the advices, instructions that's given by the CDC and so forth are very important to follow.
Okay.
So I think that's about it for today.
Okay. Have a good day. My best wish for all of you. Hope it will go away soon. We just everyone's hope, pray, and a concentration. Do what we have to do, our things, much as we can. Keep your try to healthy. Move, okay, not just stay home. Do some actions, okay?
Thank you, Geshe-la. Page 39, Thanksgiving model offering. Saji Perki Juxing Meto Tram Rirag Lingji Ni De Genpa Di Sange Jing Du Mik De Uagi Drokun Nam Dag Jing La Chur Pa Shu Jetsun Lame Kutse Rap Ten Ching Nam Katrin Le Chuk Chur Ge Pa Dang Lo Sang Ten Pedron Me Sasum Roe Mun Sel Tak Tu Ne Gyur Chig Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. From my two collections, vast is space that I've amassed from working with advocates this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, my Jushri. May I find all the best complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. I have followed the Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined. May I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, the short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. Page 57, prayer of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Nik me tse we ter chen chen rezik, dream ken pe wang po jam bilyang, gang chen ke pe su yen so ka pa, lo sang drag pe Jabla Solade.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
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 Take care of
Thank you,
yourself.
Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Be safe.
Thank you, Damcho.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.